guys, welcome to my channel, and today I want to share with you guys a couple of story times of shit that has happened to me at work. Like, why me? I don't fucking know. But before we begin, yes, I am aware I look like a bum, so you don't have to point that out. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Keisha. She's a dope ass person. She's a YouTuber, and she posts about beauty and lifestyle. So if you're into that, why are you on my channel? But if you're into that, link will be down in the description. Y'all should check her out. Like I said, she's a dope ass person. This is her. Now, let's get on with the video. So this first story I want to share with you guys happened when I was 18, and this was the second job I ever had, and it was at Amazon. Also, if you guys want a separate story time of what it was like working at Amazon, leave a comment down below. Let me know, because I will tell you that shit. I'll tell you what it was like working over there. Anyway, so I was working at Amazon, and that day I got switched. So I usually worked on one side of the building, but for some fucking reason my little scanner thing sent me to the other side of the building. So there I go, like, minding my own damn business, walking to the other side of the building, and the scanner says, look for a watch. And I remember it was a Citizen's watch. Why do I know that? Because I own a Citizen's watch, but this was a men's Citizen's watch. So whatever, I go, and the scanner tells me, like, the little number or whatever the fuck. So I get the watch. I was about to scan it. I remember, I was about to. I didn't scan it. I picked it up, and it was so light. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing in there. So I, like, opened the little box, and there's nothing in there. I close it up, and I go to these, like, computer things to call somebody to let them know, like, hey, like, bitch, what do I do with this shit? You know what I mean? So some girl comes, and I tell her, like, hey, do I just, like, scan this as missing? Like, what do I do? And she tells me, oh, no, you're gonna write a report as stolen. And I was like, okay, like, that's fine. Like, I could do that. But it was almost break time. Like, you think I want to write a report while I'm about to go on my break? Like, no. Like, I'm trying to go sit down. Which, I do need to tell you guys what it was like working at Amazon. But anyways, so she tells me, go downstairs, and there's this cop downstairs or whatever the fuck. So I go downstairs, and I tell, like, the cop dude, security, whatever the fuck, like, hey, this was missing, so I have to report it as stolen. Like, what do I do? And he's like, oh, let me get you a form. So he gets me a form, and he tells me, you have to write your name, you have to tell, like, the time, and what kind of watch it was, or whatever the fuck. But they were staring at my hand every single minute while I was there. Because I do have I just shocked myself. I have a Citizen's watch, and the thing that went missing was a Citizen's watch. The only thing was that was a men's watch, and mine's a woman's watch. And that one was silver, and this one is gold. And I was like, they're gonna think I stole that shit. Like, I didn't steal nothing. Like, my mama would kill me if I stole something. So, filling out the shit. So I have my backpack on, and there's a cop next to me, and it's break time. So everybody's walking, and they're staring at me, and I'm just there, like, filling out the thing, and I didn't notice until I was, like, signing, and I noticed that everybody was just staring at me, and I'm like, what happened? Like, what are we looking at? And they were looking at me, because they thought I was the one stealing, and it wasn't. Like, oh my god, like, why me? Like, why the fuck, why me, you know? So, whatever. I take the report and I give it to them, like, here, like, take this shit, like, I didn't steal shit, like, honestly, I got the receipt. No, I don't. My dad has the receipt because he got this for me for my birthday, and, whatever. That was kind of it. Like, honestly, I just hyped myself up for nothing. That was it. They kind of thought that I stole something. Not the main people at Amazon, but just simply other workers, because they didn't know what happened. Like, they just had assumptions. Like, bitch, do you know what happened? Some other person stole that shit, and y'all staring at me. Like, go find whoever the fuck stole that shit. So that was it for that story. So this next story I want to share with you guys is in retail. Yes, retail. And honestly, this shit didn't happen that long ago. But anyways, this one day, I was minding my own damn business, like I do, pushing carts, folding tables, you know, just doing my work. And then I just hear yelling, like some random ass yelling. And I'm like, oh shit, like, what happened? And I thought, okay, like, they'll take care of it, like, we're fine, like, I hope I don't die, because honestly, I have a fear that someone's gonna walk in and stab me. But that's a different story. And the yelling keeps getting louder. So I stare at one of my coworkers, and we have this look like, should we check? Should we just let it go? And the yelling gets even louder. So I go up to her. I'm like, dude, what's going on? Since she was closer to everything that was happening, she's like, I don't know. And we skedoodle ourselves a little closer. And I don't know if she could see, but I know damn well I couldn't see, because there was a rack, and I'm short as fuck, so I can't see over it. You know how short people work. And no, like, I didn't see anything, but I was looking at the door. Like I said, that's a different story time. And I just see 3 people zoom out of the fucking store. I don't know if it was 3 or 5. I can't remember. But I hear someone saying, yeah, get the fuck out of here. And then me and my coworker kind of just stare at each other like, what the fuck just happened? And then another one of my coworkers, she starts walking to one of the areas in the store, and I walk next to her since she looked like she was coming from all the chaos. And I'm walking next to her and I'm telling her, like, dude, like, what happened? And she's like, oh, one of our managers just got jumped. And I told her, what do you mean our managers just got jumped? And she's like, oh, it's because she was getting caught stealing. These girls were getting caught stealing, and she confronted them about it and took them into, like, a room or whatever. And I guess they didn't like that shit. And when they came out, or while they were in there, like I said, I didn't get all the details. They jumped her. And, like, I don't know exactly how severe the whole jumping was, because the manager is kind of small. She's a little bit taller than me, which is pretty small. And they kind of traumatized her, to say the least, because later on that night I saw her and she was like pouring and she was scared as fuck. I mean, who wouldn't be? So yeah, she got jumped. Like I said, I hype these stories up so much and then they end up like that. But yeah, that's what happened to her. So that was story number 2. Let's go on to story number 3. Now, story number 3 happened in retail as well. Now this shit was horrible. Like, why me? Why me? So this happened when I had barely started working there. It had been probably like a couple of months. And now I'm there, like always, minding my own damn motherfucking business. Folding tables. And I remember specifically, I was folding tables that night. And these group of people are walking by and they yell towards me and they tell me, where are the CDs? So I look at them and I'm like, just keep walking. And I'm folding. And then one of them says, my friend thinks you're cute. And I laugh. I don't say anything. I keep folding my tables. And a good 10 minutes go by. And a girl, like, comes up to me. And, like, I have to be nice. And I'm like, hi, like, what's up? She tells me, I want to let you know that you're really pretty. And I'm like, thank you. And she pulls out her hand. And we shake. And she's like, my name is, I don't remember her name. And I told her, oh, I'm Sandinet. Like, what's up? And she tells me, can I have your number? And I tell her, what? She tells me, like, you're probably not gay. And then all her friends are like, can she have your number? And I tell them, I'm at work right now. And she's like, oh, like, that's fine. Like, can she have your number? And the girl tells me, can I put my number on your phone? And I told her, I can't take my phone out right now. So I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, why don't you just tell me you don't have a phone? My phone was in my pocket. Like, you could see my phone. Because my pocket was, like, small as fuck. So my phone was sticking out. And I'm like, oh, I'm working right now. Like, I can't. Tell me why the fuck. Why the fuck she thinks it's okay to touch my butt. She touches my butt. Dude. What the fuck? And I kind of just back away and start laughing because I'm uncomfortable. I get uncomfortable. I start laughing. Y'all know that already. And she keeps insisting, like, can I have your number? Tell me why the fuck one of her friends takes out a piece of paper and a pencil. Like, this bitch was carrying that shit. Like, how do you do that? Like, what are you? Like, I don't do that shit. Do y'all do that shit? I mean, if you're carrying your backpack for school, but just randomly you have a piece of paper and pencil, like, what the fuck? And she tells me, like, what's your number? And at that moment, I had to make a decision. Like, either I give them my real number or I give them my fake number. But I was scared that they were going to call me at that very moment and my phone was going to not buzz because it wasn't my number. So I gave them my real number. And then whatever, they start writing my number. And this girl tells me, "Can I have a hug?" And I'm so uncomfortable. I feel if I say no, she's still going to do it. Like, I'm scared. So I'm like, sure, like, okay. So she gets close to me, and no, bitch, like, she just touched my butt. Like, next thing you know, she's gonna try to kiss me. Like, no, like, fuck no. So I look this way as much as possible. Like, I turn into a fucking owl. Like, I'm flipping my head like 180 degrees, and we hug. Why the fuck this bitch touched my butt again? And I kind of jump, and I'm like, chill, and I start laughing. It was just very uncomfortable, and I'm pretty sure she touched my butt one last time. Yeah, she did. When she said bye, she touched it again. I'm like, what are you? What kind of world do you live in where you think it's okay to touch people's butts? And I felt so uncomfortable. I went to my friend, and I go up to her, and I'm laughing because I'm so uncomfortable. I start telling her the story, and now every time we talk, like, she always remembers about the time I got violated, and it was just so uncomfortable. So fast forward about a week. Now, I was at my place with JoJo, and I was waiting for a call that day. I don't remember exactly for what, but I didn't have the number saved with the name or whatever, so I just knew it was going to be a call back from like an area code around that place. And I'm getting a call. I'm like, oh shit, it's probably them. So I answer. I'm like, hello? And they're like, Sandy? I'm like, yeah. She's like, hey, I'm from Target, like the girl who got your number. And I told her, oh, hey, I'm really busy right now. And she's like, are you working? I'm like, no, but I really have to go. So I end the call, and I save her number. Just give me a sec. I swear if I call right now, oops. I saved it as don't pick up. What am I? Honestly, I haven't heard from her ever since. So, I don't fucking know. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I hope you enjoyed these little story times, and if you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you didn't, don't forget to give it a big thumbs down, because I really don't give a fuck. Also, Keisha, check her out. Link down in the description. And if you want to follow me on other social media, I got Instagram and Snapchat. It's also going to be in the outro card. And, you know, keep your head high and your glutes tight, man. Thank you guys so much for watching, and bye! Have had? I just want to take the time. What happened with my lips right there? Big Mac. I need a double cheeseburger and hold the lettuce. Don't be